Yeezy's documentary was a backhanded version of that. That by the time they got to the third act, he's like, "Oh, I turned the camera off on you," and it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. For 2 years, he tried to say, "I want a billionaire." Well, if you're my friend and my boy, why wouldn't you have said, "Hey, yo, I turned the camera off on you, and I'm gonna put it in this documentary"? Unless that's what they want. They want to have it where if there's anything that's innovative, like we just accept this kind of idea of people saying like, "Hey, we want to talk about your mental health," and it's like
and y'all see the content I've been bringing: politics, worldly news, and just switching it up. I can care less of what the fuck anybody else got going on. I'm in my own little lane. My subs is growing, then it's declining, then it's going back up. But I basically do this shit from here on out just to provide shit to the masses and shit. I don't do it for no friendships. I don't do it for no likings or none of that. I don't look I don't look on my expectations from YouTube is not to be monetized or to, flourish or excel in this shit because it's all about personality and your following. And I'm the type of person, I have no following. So this is type of stuff. The stuff that I share is stuff that I'm either inspired by, intrigued with, or I done learned something from it. So basically, I'm just sharing it with no intentions on sharpening the mind of anybody else. This shit is just for me, content for me. You get what I'm saying? That's something that I like, and I'm just bringing it to the table to the masses and stuff. That's all.
Like
nothing
if
major.
a white person said to a black person, "Hey, we want to talk about your blackness."
I get it.
Like, wait, what? We want to talk about this thing. And one of the things about the whole mental health conversation is even a crazy person can call you crazy. It's like, no matter what you do, and it used to hurt me. It hurt my ego. And it's something that I think, God, put on me. So I feel like when I finally go to heaven, I get to talk to God. I'm going to say, "Why did you let all these people think I was so crazy?" And God is going to say, "Well, it was a camouflage. I was protecting you."
Protecting you from what?
Just, people write off the fact that I'm going to change the world. They just think it's crazy.
How are you going to change the world?
More? How are we going to change the world more?
More.
Fresh air, fresh food. Fresh food cures cancer. I don't want to say that because New York Times is gonna take that and say he's gonna cure cancer. But true enough, it's like your food, your diet is the
whoever gave me that light, salute for that light.
You're living, yeah.
Salute for that light.
Live it because you don't want to die. And, you are what you eat. You are what you consume. You are what you consume, not just eating. You are what you consume in any way, from the people that you're around, sunlight, the type of, music, the art you listen to. So we're going to change everything. Apple is the number one company on the planet, and Yeezy's going to take the spot.
Damn.
Yeezy's going to be bigger than Apple.
That's what's up.
We're going to be bigger by supporting the planet. So I'm Steve Jobs, and the Earth is not.
But you mean in an apparel way?
You talking about in just clothing?
When you're saying that you're going to change the world and that you're going to replace Apple as Yeezy, I mean, right now we know.
I didn't say we're going to replace Apple. We're still going to use Apple. Apple is just it's a standard. It's a base. Apple is part of the reason that Yeezy's going to have the opportunity to be bigger. We're going to stand on the shoulders of Apple.
He said he's going to be bigger than Apple.
He would have wanted to inspire
a
kid like me, as
Think
Yeezy
big.
said in the show, eating cereal.
But you got to feel that shit.
Uh, to stand on the shoulders of Apple and take it to the next frontier, and to realize that the human being is the iPhone and our earth is our office. And we need to support both of those things in everything that we do. And that's how, not me, but we, as a collective, our species, we're going to change the world. We're going to change the world through information, through knowledge, through love, through respect, through understanding. I can't single-handedly change the world, but we can implement the truth. And let's start with the truth and start with transparency. And we can collectively, not can, I don't like the word can, we will make the world better. And I understand in this world that, as my grandfather used to say, you're going to need some money, that you're going to need some money. But when I lean on the idea of the richest black man of all time, it was really in defense of the mental health conversation. It's like, well, if I'm so what you say I am, why did I end up with this? Maybe I was right. Maybe I'm actually right about these things. And you didn't want anyone to know I was right. So you said, don't listen to him. He's this. But then you go back and play everything I ever said in slow motion, whether I said it really high or whether I said it really low. And it's like, oh, that's actually true. And there's so many examples throughout history where people were misunderstood in their time. And it's I do not like when people say, oh, you're 20 years ahead of your time. Well, I'm not doing a good job because I need to, like we were saying before, be able to actualize these things that are 20 years ahead and bring them to people in real life, or else it's something that only I'm enjoying in my imagination. God needs, the world needs to enjoy what's in my imagination. I can just literally hear Dizzy Gillespie in the back. I see dreams.
In 2016, he reimagined himself in the world of politics.
He's a good man.
Publicly pledging his support for then Republican candidate Donald Trump. Then in 2020, he ran for president of the United States himself and says his days in politics are not over.
Obviously, you did run for president in 2020. Do you have future political aspirations?
Yes, absolutely. The aspirations, it's that time wasn't in God's time. I'm sure there's lives that were saved. I'm sure God had me fall on the sword and say, this is not the time.